I got a super important question for you about cat engines, but first, I got to ask you, where can we find you after TikTok goes away?
We're on Facebook, Hack Nation, of course, and we're going to be on YouTube. We're actually already on YouTube as Hack Nation as well. So that's how you find us. What was your question, homie?
All right, my important question is, what is something I can do to make my cat engine last longer? I mean, what do you commonly see destroying these things?
Well, that question would apply to all diesel engines, of course, because in reality, these are all the same. You know, they all suck air, they all spray fuel, they all go boom. The basic concept of them is all the same. I always tell guys, you know, if you can build one, you can build them all. And there's a lot of truth to that, as long as you're just, you know, the only thing that changes is specs and stuff like that. The basic concept is the same. So, longevity on your diesel engine, of course that's going to come down to maintenance. Everything I say, you know, I could come up with 50 different things, but all of them really go back to maintenance. I mean, the main cause of engine failures is usually related to the cooling system, and it almost always correlates back to some kind of a coolant loss. That is your number one destroyer of engines. Most of that could be avoided just by you know, every 4 or 5 years changing out all your coolant lines. Nobody ever does. You know, we see a lot of trucks with 20, 30-year-old hoses. The other thing that wipes out engines is tunes. Tunes that don't belong on trucks. Those are the number two. Yeah, that's the number 2 cause, and the 2 biggest causes that we see over the last 13 years of the reason engines have premature failures. So stop putting shit-ass tunes on your trucks. Stop turning them up past what the CPL is capable of doing. That would be a really big one to increase your longevity. Number 2, maintenance. You need to be changing that oil frequently, and you need to keep up on all the other components. So that's pretty much it. If you're looking for things that you can throw at your truck to increase the longevity, that list is going to be pretty easy. Some kind of an accessory or an additional oil cleaning system, which would be like a spinner or some kind of a oil bypass. I can tell you after years and years of doing this, that oil bypass, trucks with oil bypass systems on them, night and day. Night and day difference with your valve train and all of that. They obviously do as advertised. Same thing with the spinners. The spinners are great for trucks with EGRs. Great for trucks, you know, that build a lot of soot, even ones with VVAs, like these Acerts. Those spinners make a big difference. And they, you know, some trucks they came on. I believe the DD15s have them. I know all the Max Forces had them on them. They're not super uncommon. Those spinners do work well. If I had to pick between the 2, boy, I'd probably go with an oil bypass. They seem to do a better job, and they're less maintenance. So. But they both work great.